Why you've always felt out of place. What if the reason you've always felt out of place isn't because you're awkward, insecure, or too different? What if that quiet feeling of not fully belonging in conversations, in groups, even around people you care about, isn't a flaw at all? What if it's a sign that your mind learned early how to live between worlds? Stay with me, because what you're about to hear might explain a feeling you've carried for years but never had words for. Most people think feeling out of place means low confidence. But sometimes it means you've grown in ways the world around you never learned to understand. There's a specific kind of loneliness that comes with this. Not the loud loneliness of being alone, but the silent kind. Standing in a room full of people and still feeling like you're watching life from the outside. Conversations happen, laughter flows, yet something feels slightly off, as if everyone else received an unspoken rule book you were never
Sometimes, the city whispers secrets to those who listen closely.
This disconnection doesn't happen suddenly. It happens slowly. You smile when others smile. You laugh a second too late. You join gatherings but leave feeling more drained than fulfilled. Your body stays slightly tense. Your mind keeps scanning the room instead of resting in the moment. Social interactions begin to feel like puzzles you're constantly trying to solve. And while this looks like overthinking from the outside, something deeper is happening inside. You don't feel disconnected because you avoid people. You feel disconnected because you see people. You notice tone shifts, emotional undercurrents. The things no one says out loud. And when you sense that depth but can't meet it in conversation, your mind does something protective.
There's a quiet beauty in these moments.
It steps slightly back, not fully out, just enough to stay safe. For most people, this pattern begins early. Childhood, school, family spaces.
You have to understand.
Maybe you were
this
the
is
observer,
bigger
the one
than
who
both
needed
of us.
time to understand the energy before jumping in. Maybe your environment was loud, unpredictable, or emotionally confusing, so your nervous system learned to stay alert instead of relaxed. Or maybe you were simply more sensitive, more thoughtful, more aware than the world around you knew how to handle. Psychology calls this early social imprinting. Your brain quietly learns how much of yourself is allowed in a room. And when the rhythm of the world feels too fast, too loud, or too shallow, your system adapts by positioning you just slightly on the edge. It doesn't feel wrong. It feels safer. Over time, your inner world becomes your refuge. Inside your thoughts, everything makes sense. There's clarity, honesty, depth. You replay conversations, not because you're weak, but because you're searching for understanding. You imagine spaces where you're met instead of misunderstood, and slowly, without realizing it, your inner world starts to feel more real than the external one. The more comfortable your inner world becomes, the more exhausting the outer world feels. Crowds drain you. Small talk feels empty. Fast-paced social energy feels misaligned. Not because you're incapable, but because your mind is tuned to a different frequency. People often assume that those who feel out of place lack emotional intelligence. But the truth is usually the opposite. You've spent years observing from the edges. And distance creates clarity. You read rooms quickly. You sense tension before words appear. You feel emotional shifts others ignore. Your sensitivity is not a weakness. It's a skill, but it comes with a cost, because the deeper you feel, the harder it is to exist in spaces that live on the surface. You're not searching for attention, you're searching for resonance. For conversations where your soul doesn't have to shrink or perform. And when the world doesn't offer that, doubt begins to creep in. You start seeing yourself through the labels society gives you. Too quiet, too sensitive, too distant. You confuse overstimulation with inadequacy, difference with defect, and without noticing it, your self-image begins to distort, not because you're broken, but because you've been trying to measure yourself by standards that were never built for you. The modern world makes this worse. Everything moves faster. Be louder, be social, be visible, belong instantly. And when you don't, social media quietly convinces you that everyone else fits in effortlessly. You're not jealous of people. You're jealous of the ease with which they seem to belong. But here's the truth most people never hear. Feeling out of place doesn't mean you're broken. It means your mind adapted intelligently to a world that wasn't built around your depth your pace, or your sensitivity. You don't need to force yourself to become louder, tougher, or more normal. You don't need to match the world's rhythm. You need to find the spaces that match yours. Belonging isn't created by fitting in. It's created by being understood, even by one person, even in one moment. People like you, the observers, the quiet thinkers, the deep feelers, often build the most meaningful connections once they stop trying to survive in places that were never aligned with them. You are not behind. You are not odd. You are not out of place. You are simply waiting for the environments where your natural rhythm is finally seen as a strength. And if this video made you feel understood, you're not alone. Many people who feel out of place also find deep comfort in solitude and home, places where the nervous system can finally rest. If you want to understand why, watch our next video on the psychology of people who love staying at home. Until then, share your story in the comments. You never know who might feel less alone because of it.